Well. By now, everyone knows that the Dallas Cowboys lost Brandin Cooks to free agency. And I do believe that Brandin Cooks is going to be a big loss for the Cowboys for a couple of reasons other than playing. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video. And also, you know when we go live. You can continue to push us out into that YouTube algorithm and help this channel continue to grow. If you haven't already, please become a channel member. We got a lot of great things coming in the future. Now let's talk facts. The Cowboys never used Brandin Cooks in the right way. I mean, let's just be honest. Some people may think that Brandin Cooks wasn't any good, but that isn't the case. Mike McCarthy, and you know what? I wish him the best, but that stale as toast West Coast offense, I'm telling you, not only did it not fit Dak Prescott, it did not fit the receiving core even that we have, especially when you look at the drop-off after CeeDee Lamb. But I don't know if Brandin Cooks was as much as a drop-off as we were not using him correctly. I want you to see something about Brandin Cooks. I want you to look at his stats. To say the Cowboys used Brandin Cooks wrong and to say Brandin Cooks is no slouch is actually an understatement, because Brandin Cooks has been doggone good his career. This is one Brandin Cooks since 2014. He was drafted by the New Orleans Saints in 2014. This is his 10th season. I mean, he's going into his 11th season. But Brandin Cooks, I'm telling you, when you look at Brandin Cooks for the most part, I mean, rookie season, 550 yards. But look at him, 2015, 1,138, 2016, 1,173, 2017, 1,082, 2018, 1,204. I mean, when you look at his productivity, 9 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. He had an injury, I believe, in 2019. But when you look at Brandin Cooks, for the most part, I mean, with the Houston Texans even, 2020, 1,150 yards. 2021, 1,037 yards. 2022, I'm thinking he was dealing with either some injuries or there was some other things going on with Brandin Cooks. By this time, he wanted out, but he was 699 yards. But even in a down year, with only 13 games, or I shouldn't say only 13 games, but with 13 games, Brandin Cooks was 699 yards and 3 touchdowns. When Brandin Cooks got to the Dallas Cowboys, I don't think Brandin Cooks declined. I don't think we used Brandin Cooks right. Even Tom Brady, doing the broadcast of one of our games, was talking about how explosive Brandin Cooks was. But again, I don't think the Cowboys used Brandin Cooks right. And a part of it may be because he's a shorter wide receiver. I didn't realize how small of a wide receiver he was. I think he would have been better served for us more in the slot. But the Cowboys tried to play him as the number 2 a lot of times, tried to play him outside and things of that nature. And his productivity, 16 games in 2023, only 657 yards, even though he had 8 touchdowns. 2024, he had 10 games, and we know he had some injuries in 2024, and he only had 259 yards. And he's only 31. I believe Brandin Cooks has something left in the tank. And I'm telling you, man, when you look at Brandin Cooks' career, it has been stellar, minus his stint with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, Brandin Cooks has played in 2 Super Bowls. 2 Super Bowls. He played in the Super Bowl with Tom Brady, and he played really well that year. Not too good of a showing in that game, but he also, in the Rams versus the New England Patriots, he found himself on the other side of Tom Brady, and he wound up getting beat again. But Brandin Cooks has been to 2 Super Bowls. And so that means he's been on championship teams. He was 8 of 13 for 120 yards. I mean, Brandin Cooks is no slouch. Brandin Cooks is no slouch. He's fast, he's quick, but you got to know how to use him. So, I salute Brandin Cooks. Very happy for Brandin Cooks. He got his money. It says over here on CBS Sports, The Saints signed Brandin Cooks, ex-Cowboys receiver, heading back to New Orleans on reported 2-year deal. Cooks had 2 1,000-yard seasons with the Saints. It says Brandin Cooks is heading back to the franchise that drafted him, as the 6-time 1,000-yard receiver has returned to the New Orleans Saints. It says, per ESPN, Cooks will sign a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Saints as he returns to New Orleans for the first time since being traded from the Saints to the New England Patriots after the 2016 season. It says Cook had 2 of his 6 1,000-yard seasons with the Saints, having 215 catches for 2,861 yards and 20 touchdowns in his 3 seasons there from 2014 to 2016. Drafted as a first-round pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, Cook has played for 5 different teams and had 1,000 yards for 4 of them. His last 1,000-yard season came in 2021 with the Houston Texans. Cook spent the last 3 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys, where he had a career low in games played: 10 catches, 26 yards, 259, and yards per catch 10 last season at the age of 31. He also had just 3 touchdowns. Just 468 yards receiving, shy of 10,000. Cook has 710 catches for 9,532 yards and 60 touchdowns in his 11 seasons. Cook is the first NFL player in NFL history with 1,000 receiving yards in 3 consecutive seasons with 3 different teams, and tied Brandon Marshall for the most 1,000-yard seasons with 4 different franchises. He also holds the record for the longest touchdown reception in Saints franchise history, 98 yards. I, for one, am happy for one Brandin Cooks. This video isn't just about Brandin Cooks going to the New Orleans Saints. Again, salute Brandin Cooks. Love everything he did with Dallas. Again, salute to one Brandin Cooks in Dallas. You've been doing pretty good so far. Now let's keep building around Dak Prescott, and let's go get the chip. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments. Tell me what you think about Brandin Cooks. Tell me what you think about what he said about Dak Prescott. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.